I'll say this though, like through that, a lot of things have come out of that for me. Like number one, I won't ever really blame officiating. And I for sure will never let my kids blame officiating. Like my kids are playing travel sports or whatever. And like, it almost felt like the most natural thing after a lot of games would be for them to get in the car afterwards, after a loss and be like, the ref didn't, whatever. And like, no. Like that doesn't happen in my house. Like it doesn't happen in our car. Like no. And I think that's like a life lesson. Like those guys are human too. And they're doing the best they can. I will say this though, and I feel strongly about this. The NFL in that Super Bowl and in others, and maybe even now, I choose not to focus too much on it. Those guys work and women, they work as a team. Like they work as a team, like we all do in every business that we're in. We work as a team. And the way they were doing it then, and I think maybe the way that they're doing it now, is they would take each different type of official who graded out well during the year, and as a reward, they would let them have the Super Bowl. It's like that's why a Super Bowl team would always beat a Pro Bowl team. Like you're not together. It's all about communicating. Watch an NFL game sometime. When a ref throws a flag, his buddy, his partner in crime, his teammate, they're throwing their flag right after him. Yeah, I saw that too. And when they huddle up, why do they get those guys? Why do they get the players out of the huddle when they huddle up? They're conversing on like, what'd you see? They work as a unit. And I can't tell you how many referees, how many officials, umpires, everybody after that Super Bowl have come up to me and said, hey, I really don't like how we do this. Like, can you imagine you had to play with somebody else's center, somebody else's wide receiver, somebody else's play caller calling into your helmet? Like, it makes your job harder. And even at ESPN, like, I was on Sunday NFL Countdown. Like, we had great chemistry. Like our producer in our ear, we had great chemistry. Our statistician, our host, like me, Randy Moss, Teddy Bruschi, Rex Ryan, like all of it, right? If all of a sudden we had like just randomly one day, it was like, oh, it's Terry Bradshaw and now it's Nate Burleson and now it's Rich Eisen. It's just like, I don't know. Like we haven't been working together. You're great at your job. You all are, but like we're not a unit. And, so even more so, if there are or were mistakes or calls that someone would like to have back, I get it. Like I totally get it. 100%, so the focus really needs to be on us. And I think we overtried, if that's even makes sense. We overtried in that Super Bowl, and I didn't fully understand it until Pete Carroll became my head coach in 2010. And he really kind of like, I don't know, maybe other coaches had said it, but like he said it in a way that I was like, oh my gosh, that's what we did. Like we tried too hard.